But
right after. Oh yeah. So you got married in 2007, and then
what happened was
okay, go ahead.
I went to the shrink that Gifford had sent me to.
Okay.
And he said to me, why, you're having a great time with this gal. Why don't you get married? And I said, well, because suppose I want to get out of it. And he says, well, I don't know, but aren't there some things you can do with meaning,
prenuptials.
Prenup.
Yeah.
And so, as if he had never heard of it before.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got every big hitter on that couch.
True.
One was one of the wives that had these giant poodles, big white poodles that are for the shows.
Okay, yeah,
so
standard.
You go in the reception room, and she's got these 2 dogs with her. And I said, how are they coming along?
Yeah. Are they fully grown yet? Was this the same psychiatrist who met with Billy and John?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys met. Well, I can look it up because you said it was Bregman's 80th birthday, but you had your first date down at Doubles there,
Yeah.
and then the next day, what did you have lunch?
I had to take that girl from California.
Yeah, that's right.
The one that had been married to
Peltz. Yeah.
And I thought, I thought I knew her from someplace, and then I realized I was at her wedding, the wedding reception.
To Peltz.
Yeah. I think it lasted a year.
Wow. So did you actually go out with her?
Yeah, I took her to dinner.
Took her to dinner, but you're still thinking about Jeannie.
No, yeah. So I told you we're going down the line, and Marty is in a wheelchair, and
right, and she gives him a kiss.
I said, how come I don't
get a kiss? Right. And then, you so that after you guys stayed up kind of late that night, the first night you met.
Yeah, we
at
went
Doubles.
to Doubles, and Jeannie had gone out with guys and gotten stuck with the check.
Oh, the check.
So she said to Marty Bregman's wife, am I going to get stuck with a check tonight? She said, you won't get stuck with a check with it. We go to Doubles, and of course, they won't take cash from me. So she said, put it on my bill.
Yeah.
So I try to give her the 20 and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Finally, she takes it.
Yeah.
I thought, who the hell is this fucking broad? But
so then did you make a date for lunch or something the next day?
I took her to 21, I think it was.
Okay.
And it was either her at 21 or at dinner. Either it was lunch or dinner there.
Yeah.
So I could shift gears.
And then where did it go from there? You just started seeing each other regularly?
Yeah, then the shrink said, you're having a great time with her and all this stuff. He said, I said, but he said, what are you worried about? And I said, suppose I want to get out. He said, aren't there some things like he never heard of prenups?
Yeah, yeah.
Every one of his clients, you'd meet the nicest people there.
Yeah. So then, was that the trip to Vegas? That was the first trip you took together?
Yeah.
And so would that have been like within the first year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. After a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So then, how long was it, if you can remember, between when you met and you proposed to her, when you got engaged?
Good question. Well, I think we went to London together.
Okay.
And I know we went to London together, and we went to Hong Kong. That's what it was.
Okay.
And I got a suit made in 24 hours. It was fabulous. The place, the guy died. And she would get shirts. And when she went back to Turnbull, they could never match it.
Oh, wow.
And but though we went to London, and then to
was there a event over there, or just went to London for fun?
No, it was not Wimbledon or anything. It was in well, I had gotten the name of a tailor there.
Okay.
Who I went to that tailor, and it was like when I went to a place that has the great fabrics here in New York, and I went to get a suit, and I said I wanted, the cuffs to have 4 buttons, and I wanted to, I had certain
specifications.
They wouldn't make the suit.
Really? They had their way of doing it.
Yeah, and they either bought that, let them handle that, or forget it. So I forgot it.
This was like on Savile Row.
And no, this was in New York.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of the fabric. But you know it because it's the best fabric. Anyway.
You were, now, Herb, as long as you mention it, I remember in the New York Magazine article they said you're known as something of a dresser, that you would like wear in the European style your watch on the outside of your cuffs, your shirt cuff. Was that kind of your father's influence? Did he, did you always enjoy dressing up?
I used to always wear the Gucci shoes.
Okay.
Like for 20 years, I had, and there were pictures. Well, I told you, Slim Aarons did a whole bunch of pictures that were used for what do you call? We Got to Be Good Friends, and he gave me that picture of the guys, at the bar and at the historic club, with Van Heflin and anyway. So he gave me that picture for my office.
Oh, great!
And in the background was Dick Savitt, so who I knew in those days.
Who is Dick Savitt?
Dick Savitt.
Is that S.A.? Oh.
He won Wimbledon.
S-A-V-E-T.
V-I-T-T.
V-I-T-T.
He went to Cornell, and at any rate, he was a friend of mine, and Dick really had a great sense of humor, and if you were out with him, you were laughing all night,
Yeah.
So I had been with him because of this mutual friend, and so that picture, he says, that picture's me, the guy standing in the background, that's me. I have the picture somewhere. It's this big picture.
Wow, I'd love to see it. Maybe it's online.
And
it's like Van Heflin